In section 1.5, we want to talk about if you were doing some sort of study, how you would want to collect the data. And we always want to talk about random samples, but there's actually different ways to get some random sample. So a true random sample is if a sample is random if it is created in such a way so that members from a population are selected in such a way that each individual member has an equal chance of being selected. Okay, so it's a random sample if each person or each thing has the same chance of being selected. Now, we're going to talk about some ways that you can actually go about building a sample. Now, in the real world, people would probably use multiple ways. Okay, so convenient sample is exactly what it sounds like. It's just convenient. So, using results that are easy to get. So, for example, just asking your family members, or if you were in a classroom, you want to know something about the class, just asking the people who sat next to you. Just whatever is easiest. Okay, a systematic sampling is when you select some starting point and then select every kth, and you'd pick a number, so every 5th or every 10th or whatever number you want to use, element in the population. So, for example, maybe you want to ask people what they think about the prices in the cafeteria, and so you've got a long line of people who are buying stuff from the cafeteria, and you ask every third person in the line what they think of the prices. That would be systematic. Okay, cluster sampling. You divide the population into sections. Okay, then you randomly select some of the sections and survey every member in that section. Okay, so you're breaking people into groups. For example, we could think about the United States, okay, and we could think about the groups by what state you live in. So a cluster sample would be if you chose, say, 10 states and surveyed every single person in those 10 states. Okay, stratified's a little different. You're still going to divide it into sections. And now you're going to randomly survey some people in each of the sections. Okay, so if we go with the United States example again, you put the people in the United States, and then you would randomly select people from each of the 50 states. Okay, so cluster sampling, you're only picking some of the states and you're surveying everyone in those states. Stratified, you're using all of the states, but only a few people in each state. Okay, so those are 4 methods we kind of talk about. And then one more definition. So a sample of size n is a simple random sample if it is created in such a way that every possible sample of size n has the same chance of being selected. Okay, so this is a little different than a random sample. A random sample, each individual person had the same chance of being selected. For the simple random sample here, we're saying each group has to have the same probability.